Oh yeah.
You got to know, Joe.
Yeah.
What do you think we got in common?
Oh,
Oh, what do you see? What's he wearing? What's I'm wearing?
the same shirt.
It's the same shirt.
Yeah.
He's got my shirt. That's not Photoshop. You know, I really like Joe. I don't know if you watched some of the previous shows that we've done. We've had some scholars on. Joe covers a lot of good topics, and I wanted to bring this up with you because obviously you probably listen to Joe here and there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know if you got to see the programs that we did. We brought on some Muslim scholars. We didn't bash Joe. We just went, and it's one thing criticizing, that's fine, but he's made some deliberate attempts to talk about Islam and Muslims in a negative light. For instance, saying that Islam oppresses women.
Islam promotes violence against women.
Yeah.
It's very in terms of like its suppression of women's rights.
Does Islam oppress your mother?
No.
Your mom wears hijab, right?
Yes.
Is she oppressed?
No.
What would she say right now if you asked her? She was Joe Rogan and Muhammad's Belal, and he's coming like a champion of women's rights, and he's saying that, hey, come on, take the hijab off. You're being oppressed. You're in America. What would she say to him? Or your sisters? Your sisters wear hijab
yes,
also.
Yeah. She would laugh. She would think it's crazy. Like you said, heaven's at the feet of your mom, so you got to treat your mom at that level. Your mom's the highest queen in your house, no matter what. So that's crazy how you would even think that or say something like that.
Yeah. He talks about acid in the face.
A Muslim country, but even in these Islamic countries,
It's burning me. God, someone.
that are throwing acid in the face.
She suffered third-degree burns when her ex-boyfriend hired another man to throw acid in her face.
These people that practice the Islamic religion,
To have opened the door as you would normally, and one motion, bang, this is for you, mate.
And it's a guy called, yes, and those are the words, David Phillips, which we'll get onto him in just a moment.
these Islamic countries.
The attack happened in daylight in downtown Vancouver, Washington.
I am Islamophobic. Said it.
That's true.
But if it's some imam who thinks that, women should cover themselves up like they look like Jabba the Hutt or what is it? Was it Boba Fett? Whichever one. Whatever it is.
Please direct your hate mail to Joe Rogan.
You know, acid.
Yeah.
You heard of this acid to face? Like Islam promotes, and he shows these examples and trying to connect. So the average person, that's the scary thing. It makes it seem, it feeds into the Islamophobia like Islam and is promoting violence, is promoting the oppression of women. So now these nut jobs out there, they get this because he's got one of the biggest followings out there. So they hear this stuff, and this obviously fuels the division even more, and the misunderstanding and the hate, and then you have mosques being vandalized, women being attacked, and all these things. So we're trying to reach out to him. We academically we refuted many of the false statements that he had made. Honor killings. There's no honor in killings. This is another one. What do you have to say about that? You're not a scholar or anything, but when you hear this as just your regular practicing Muslim, when you hear him say stuff like that, what goes to your mind?
It's nuts. Like you said, Islam in general, it means peace. So like when people think that, or we kill because it's in our religion, or we oppress our family, our wives, or our mothers, or anything like that, that's just nuts because it gives people like a false notion and false. Why you guys force her to wear the hijab? No, they choose to wear the hijab. My sister chose to wear the hijab when she was 15 years old. She chose it. Like I said, my parents aren't going to force us to do anything. She read the Quran. She believed in it, and she did it herself. It's her responsibility if she wants to do it as herself. We're not going to force anything on it. But like they'll see like cultural things, where you see like Saudi Arabia where they say, oh, women can't drive or anything like that. It has nothing to do with religion. That's just a culture.
We actually cover that also. We cover that myth he brings up. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like a cultural thing. That's in that area. It's not like no women around the world are able to. No Muslim women are able to drive or get jobs or anything like that. My sister's a pharmacist, so she graduated school, alhamdulillah, and it has nothing to do with us forcing her or her not being able to do anything. She did it on her own.
Yeah, beautiful. So if you had a chance to, do you see Joe when at the UFC?
Yeah, I'll see him at the fight sometimes. Yeah.
Tell him, give him our peace. Tell him we send him hellos from us, and we'd like to. Hopefully, I'm sure this has gotten to him because we've done a few of them. We actually had Muhammad Hijab. You know Muhammad Hijab?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had him also, and we invited him to invite any of. We have access to some of the top scholars in the world. Okay, we don't have to go outside of America. We got them here.
Yeah.
So I think that would be fair and balanced. That if he brings on a Muslim, a scholar, an academic, and let's go. I think the audience would love this.
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
that would be huge. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be huge?
Yeah.
He'd get so many more Muslims to come in, and also his audience probably want to know what's up with this. Why?
Yeah.
Let's. That's in the essence of keeping it fair and balanced.
Yeah.
Bring up these things and let's go ahead. Let's talk.
And he's that type of guy. Like I feel like he would be the one to want to do that debate
Yeah.
or bring it on. Yeah.
Yeah. So what? I mean, instead of bringing all of these people, he had someone on there. Let me just show you one thing.
Radical Islam gets thrown around.
Right. So radical Islam simply means I really take my Islam seriously.
And now this person who he brings on frequently, he pretty much says it. Pretty much, if you practice Islam, that's what it translates to. You're pretty much a radical. This stuff is dangerous. Okay, so do you take your Islam seriously?
Yes.
So that would equate that you're radical. So
Yeah.
see how ridiculous. So those are the kind of the things that are very laughable. It just doesn't make sense that someone would. I mean, I like Joe. I really, I don't like have any hate. I don't like the actions that he's doing towards, something that yourself, me, and 1.78 billion people in the world, love and practice. And intellectuals who have come to Islam, not just blindly, they have investigated. They've seen that the Quran is a book from the Creator. It cannot be, it's tamper-free, tamper-proof. It has all the evidence and signs that it's indeed from the Creator. And it's the Harvard University has an ayah from the Quran talking about, for their law academy, these are the most intellectual lawyers that they're producing, talking about the ayah, the verse on justice. Did you know about that?
No, I didn't.
That's profound. You know what I
That's
mean?
great, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously there's this gap that needs to be bridged, and I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Maybe you can send them our hellos when you see them. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'll bring. Yeah, for sure. But like you said, even my last fight was last July, and it was right after Ramadan. But like it just brought attention to his head too when he was like, because he commentated it and he was like, wait a minute, this guy trained during Ramadan for his whole camp. But it just brings like attention to the public. We're like, now people, what's Ramadan or anything like that? They'll Google it, they'll see what it is.
Yeah.
But like you said, if we get on that show, that'd be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to thank you. Thank you for coming on the Dean Show.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you having me.
Allah bless you. The Creator bless you. Thank you very much. You want any shout out to anybody? Anything?
No, just thank you for everybody who supports me, and we're Muslim, we're here, and there's nothing to fear.
I like that. We're Muslim, we're here, there's nothing to fear.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Jazakallah. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.